How's life been treating you? How's life? Life been good? Life been okay? Yeah? I hope your life isn't as crazy as mine. Hello, my name is Danicality, and welcome to the first video of 2026. Can you believe that? I cannot. I feel like my mind is still trapped back in 2023. I'm like, hey guys, Happy New Year, it's 2024. Wait a minute, it's not 2024, it's 2026. Well, it doesn't sound right. It really doesn't sound right at all. So I made a list of things to talk about so that I wouldn't get sidetracked. Because, I mean, I feel like this is a thing. It runs in the YouTube family. Like, if there's people who do YouTube are, like, crazy ADHD. I don't know why. See, I'm already doing it. I'm already getting off the script. Okay, so first thing is New Year's resolutions. Everybody, well, no. Some people don't, actually. Some people don't have New Year's resolutions. So I made some last year. I got close, okay? I did not complete them, but I did surprisingly well. It's not that they were that hard anyway, like they were pretty simple. Resolutions for the channel specifically, by the way. So for those of you who don't know or don't remember, I'll just fill you in. Okay, so there were 3, okay? Okay, so the first one was to post at least once every month. The second one was to post 5 times in 1 month. And then the third one was, it was not to talk too much during the gaming videos and only play the game. Like there was one video, I think it was one of the Cry of Fear ones. Like a whole chunk of the video was just me talking. And now that I'm really thinking about this, I only failed the first one, right? Because I didn't post once every month. And I think it's worth noting that I managed to post as much as I did, considering the like situation, which I'll get into that. That's another topic I have on the list, so we'll get to that. Considering the situation, I think that it's impressive how much I managed to do. I think I deserve some credit for that. That's the only one I failed. Like I posted 5 times in 1 month. That's when I did the second half of the Cry of Fear series. So that was 5 times, which I'm not gonna do again, by the way. And as for the last one, I really did not talk as much anymore. My whole goal really was to just make sure that I'm gonna reserve the talking segments for the videos like this one that are for me just talking, and like the gaming videos are gonna be me just playing the game. Yeah, overall that's 2 out of 3. Which is good, not bad for New Year's resolutions. I'm like, people don't usually follow through with their New Year's Alright, so now I'm gonna set some for this year. This year's New Year's resolutions. I know I had 3 before, but I think I'm only gonna have 2 this time. Number 1, which is similar to the other number 1, to post at least 3 times every month. But I would say the bare minimum of this goal is at least more than once. I don't know if anybody's gonna be really disappointed by this, but I'm gonna try to do like shorter videos, less than 30 minutes, you know? I feel like I don't get a whole lot more out of making them super long, because I do everything myself, so it takes more. I mean, since I do everything myself, I think I can save time if I'm not making them too long, you know? I'm gonna focus more on having a consistent uploading schedule than to like how long the videos are. All right, and for goal number 2, is simply just to say yes to more things. I've really been a no too much. I don't know if that makes a lot of sense to you, or if you understand what I'm trying to say. I'm gonna try to be more YOLO. If you getting it, right? Do things in the face of fear, if that makes sense. This applies to just life in general, but this also applies to YouTube, I think. I might attempt to do shorts again. Like shorts, TikToks, you know? The last time I tried to do, oh my god, I just got the worst cramp in my hand. Oh my god. My whole hand just locked up. Oh my god, it's stuck like this. I'm not making, oh. Okay, move it. Move my hand. Is it gone? I swear, I cannot believe that just happened to me. I'm sorry to get sidetracked from what I was saying. That is never, you know, because I usually get like, you know how you get those like cramps in your toes, right? It was like that, but in my fingers. I'm so serious. I'm like, I don't think I have ever had that happen to me before, ever in my entire life, and I can't believe it happened right now, as I was recording this. Let's just make sure it still works. All right, there, yeah. See, it's working. That was weird. What was I even talking about? Something about resolution, something about, oh yeah, I was talking about shorts, and oh, I hate short videos. I hate making them. The first time I ever made one, like the end of 2023, which did surprisingly well for some reason, and then I made more, you know, and they were mostly like edited videos and not like, but I did make some where I like picked up my phone and was like talking to my phone like this. The thing about short form content is that you have to fight for attention. Like you have to get people's attention in like the first second they see you, like in the first few seconds, or else they're gone. Like you have to do something to get them to stay. Otherwise they're gone. Like it's so much, it's an unbelievable amount of pressure. And I feel like the thing about short videos as well is that you can't really, you really can't communicate that much, you know? If I really want to progress the channel, if I never even, cause I'm like, I haven't made a short since 2024. So all of 2025, I didn't make any shorts at all. I'm sure that there's something that I could do to, you know, and like really just, I might just attempt, even though I really don't like making them, but I'm like, if I want any chance at all here, I'm gonna have to suck it up. I'm gonna have to give it another try. I might get into that, I might not. We'll see what happens. It's like you have to sell yourself in like 5 seconds. It's like, okay, you have the floor for 5 seconds. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna attempt it, and we'll see what happens. So that's that. Also, I've been like anti-collab with people, but with this whole new, like, you know, accepting collab offers is a part of this being more of a yes mentality, right? Because I'm just like, I've just kind of said no. I'm like, I think I've had on more than one occasion, I've had people be like, hey, do you want to collab with me? Do you want to collab and do a video? Or we'll see. Okay, we'll see. All right, so on to the next thing. I'm pretty sure there are some of you who've noticed. I'm sure that some of you who know about the whole moving situation that I've talked about before. We're selling this house that I'm in, right? But the thing is, it's 2026 and I'm still here. Here is the thing. So the house right now is actively for sale and has been in escrow 3 times. Well, it's in escrow right now, which is the third time, because the other two times they backed out, right? Like they were like, oh, it's in escrow, we're buying the house. Psych, we're not buying it. Sucks to be you. And I'm like, the thing that's scaring them away, because when you buy a house, you usually you get an inspection report of the house and all of the, you know, you have like an inspection that they inspect stuff like the pipes and like the electrical, you know, that kind of stuff. And they keep getting scared away by the inspection report because they're like, oh shit, this house is ugh. And then they leave. They keep bailing. Also, I don't know if you noticed, I put these foam panels, I just taped them on there. You can see them there. I should have put more here, right? There should be more over here. I kind of just put them behind me in the corner. But I just kind of put them up with like, or actually, I put them up with this tape. It's called, what's it called? Frog tape. It's green. It just happens to be green. It's not green on purpose. Everything I own is green. Don't you know? So when you have a house that's listed, people make appointments, or like the realtors make appointments to view or have showings of the house, of the property. Like every time I want to like film a video, I have to set up everything, and then once I'm done, I have to pack everything up. You know, I'm like, I could just leave everything out, but you know, people have been coming in here. A lot of people. We have a lot of people coming in and looking at it because it's an old house. It's, you know, it's got some issues with it. It's marked down. So we get a lot of people, you know, coming in because they're like, oh, it's cheap. It's a good deal. It's cheaper. And then they find out why. So we're in a deal with the new people. We're still doing showings just in case they bail too. We did offer to fix some of the stuff, like some of like the electrical stuff. I think we offered to fix it for them. We're like, guys, please buy the house, buy the house, buy the house, buy it. I could tell you about these realtors are something else. Okay, let me tell you, just so you know, if you or your family or whoever is in the market, you're looking for a house, you want to view a house, right? Maybe think about the fact that people live there before you make appointments for 10 a.m. the morning of the same day that earlier that morning, this was today. I woke up at like 8 a.m. You know, not everybody gets up at 8 a.m., right? I used to not, but I'm like, I've been getting up early just because of this reason. Like, I pick up my phone and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna, you know, because we already had one scheduled. So there was an appointment already scheduled, or a showing already scheduled for that day, for today, 11:30, right? So I'm like, okay, I have to get up and have to be ready to go before people show up. Like, they make their appointment time, right? They make their appointment time and then they show up early before their appointment time. They're like, hey, you know, we know you live here, but can we come in? You know how like realtors, when they're gonna show a house, they're given the key, you know, so they have a key to your house. Bro, I not all of them, but I tell you, there are some where we were in the house and they just opened the door, and it's not like it's like it doesn't look like it's vacant. There are cars in the driveway. And you just, like, number one, you're 15 minutes early, and number two, you're just opening the door. Like, oh my god, I want to like strangle some realtors. Like, I'm gonna spill some realtor blood. So this morning I get up. They're supposed to give at least a 3-hour warning. They made their appointment for 10 o'clock. They're lucky I was awake, bro. They are so lucky. And they made this appointment for 10 a.m. Thank fuck I was awake. Like, imagine if I had slept in thinking I didn't have to get out. Because I have to get up, I have to get ready, and then I have to clean up everything, you know, because like we have to stage the house before we leave. No one else is doing that. Like, it's our responsibility to make it look good. Some houses that are for sale are vacant, nobody lives there, but some do, you know. So if you're house hunting, even if your realtor insists that it's okay, maybe double check them, because some realtors, man, some realtors, they just think they could do whatever. Like, they don't know shit, right? They don't know shit. You know, if you're house hunting, I'm like, this doesn't really apply to like apartments, because we've been apartment humping. Did I just say fucking? We're gonna pretend I didn't say that. Okay, moving on. I've said this before, but I'll say it again. I'm not getting another house. Like, I'm gonna be in an apartment after this. We've been apartment hunting, basically. You make appointments, and usually somebody from like the leasing office, you know, and they take you on the tour, and that's their job, to like take you on the tour. And if you can, don't make your appointments so early in the day, especially if it's the same day. We've had showings, sometimes more than one in a day, all week, especially on the weekends, because that's when everybody's free. When we leave, we usually go out to like a restaurant or something, you know, to pass, or the store or whatever, you know. We usually leave, and I have to be presentable, and then I have to also make the house look presentable for the public. So if these buyers that we have now don't back out, don't, you know, if this whole situation, this whole thing has been so completely unpredictable, and every time I think I know it's going on, that's the house situation for you. I ranted about that longer than I meant to. This year really has been the most insane year ever, you know, and I know last year I was saying that 2024 was the worst year ever. I would say this year was equally as horrid, but for different reasons. You know, it was a different kind of struggle. It was a struggle, but it was a different kind of struggle. It really sucked having all of my things not work anymore. And dude, I'm telling you, it was like all of my equipment broke all at once. And it's like everything started to fail on me all at the same time, on top of everything else. And I've talked about, you know, and I talked about it before. I did talk about it in the other video, but I really, I mean, every time I try to say this, I feel like I can never quite say it right. The fact that you guys pitched in to buy me the PC that I'm using right now is so, I really wouldn't have been able to afford to do this, right? And the only reason I'm even here making this video right now is because of that. I wouldn't have been able to afford a new computer until after the sale of the house, right? You know, and as we know now, it's taking quite a while to sell it, And if it weren't for that, this whole time, I would just be like, I wouldn't be able to do YouTube as much, or at all. Doing the whole YouTube thing means a lot to me, you know. I see it as something to care about, you know, because I feel like at least these past few years of my life, I really haven't had anything else. And I feel like if it weren't for YouTube, if I weren't doing YouTube, I swear to you, and this is the most real and honest truth, I would have done nothing but lay in bed and stare at the ceiling, or I mean at my phone probably. I was so ready to just give up on myself completely, you know. And I had been that way. I've been this way for a long time. It's something that I had kind of struggled with for a while, even before. And after I really wasn't going to school anymore, I didn't really have any like ambition. I thought if I'm gonna do anything, I'm gonna do YouTube, because otherwise this is all I've got, really. I'm not going to do anything else. And this is, if I'm gonna care about anything, I would say it truly was the thing that got me through the past 2.5 years of my life. I don't even want to think about what would have happened to me. It's like the only reason that I would get up to even do basic hygiene things, you know, and make an effort to not look like shit. Like, I only cared about my appearance so that I could look good in the YouTube videos. If I didn't have YouTube to care about, I don't know what would have happened, but it wouldn't have been pretty, I'll tell you that much. And then risking losing that. I would have, if it wasn't for the donations and the people who helped make all of this possible, then I would have been back. I wouldn't have had YouTube anymore. The one thing during all of this chaos as well, with like the house and the showings, and it was like the only reason I wanted to try to look good, the only reason I wanted to like do makeup and dye my hair green, you know. It's like, I wouldn't have wanted to dye my hair green and wear makeup and do all this stuff if it weren't, you know, if it weren't for YouTube. I just wouldn't have, I just wanted you to know. But I really just appreciate that there were people who cared that much, who cared enough. The craziest thing is, I would have never gotten the like 1,000 if I hadn't had posted that original video. All of you saw, like, you know, I keep trying to act like it didn't happen, but we all know it happened. I removed it like it didn't happen. And part of the reason I say I don't regret making it, even though I took it down, is they sympathize with me, I think. I think even now, people are more engaged with the channel than they used to be. I also want to say this as well. Even though recently, or as of recording, the No I'm Not a Human video, I saw that after 24 hours, so I have like the YouTube Studio app on my phone, so I opened the app, and I saw that at first I saw the video only had 100 views. I felt like a sense of disappointment, right? I felt that familiar sense of like, oh, I really put a lot of effort into this one. I really tried, and once again, I've failed. YouTube failed to show it to anybody. But then I noticed something else. I noticed that the video had just under 30 likes, but it was almost 30 for a video with 100 views. I was really shocked by that, because that's the first time, because usually if I have a video that had lower view counts, it's usually like 15 or under, right? For videos with a view count that low. I was shocked that it was so high for the amount of views. I would say that moment really made me realize that there's a group of people here. The people who did see it were just really showing their support. That's like a 30% ratio. I feel like that's a lot of likes and a lot of engagement for a video that, I just want you to know, I really appreciated it a lot. Because if I had not had that many likes, I would have been unbelievably discouraged. You know, so would anybody. You know, and then I had the thought that they might be pity likes. Whether they're pity likes or not, when I saw that many people had liked the video, it doesn't always have to be about how many people it reaches. Having the video only have 100 views doesn't mean it wasn't loved and wasn't appreciated by the people who did see it, right? So this video is going to be the first video of 2026. And then I'm going to be releasing a new song, right? You know, the music videos thing, you know, I'm sure that everybody knows about them by now. I'm not some brilliant talent here. I'm going to be releasing a brand new one that you've never heard before. It's going to be different than the other ones as well, because the other ones are more mellow. I'll just say this now. It's very dramatic, okay? It's a dramatic video. It's not going to be the same mellow video. Like it's kind of more, it's dramatic. I don't know how else to describe it to you. It's more intense. I'm just going to warn you right now, this video, and I know there's gonna be at least some of you who enjoy this video. Maybe it won't be for everyone, and that's completely fine. I have a feeling there's gonna be at least some who enjoy this video. Get ready for it. It'll probably be the next video, so get ready for it. Get ready for it. Get ready for it. Let's see, what else did I want to say? It's kind of sad in a way, but I don't think that this has to be a sad thing. This whole thing, right? The whole YouTube channel, like the whole channel, it may and most likely will never really be that successful. You know, I'm not saying that there's not going to be any more progress anymore. Like, that's not what I'm saying. I do believe that it's possible to grow it more, but you know, maybe not to the extent that I maybe initially wanted. I don't know if you really remember exactly what I was saying before. In the previous video, which shall not be named, you know, I talked about how I was clinging on to the whole idea of YouTube, and how every time I always had this hope that it would really, one of them would pick up, right? One of them would pick up, you know, it just never, you know, and as time has gone on, I think that clinging on to that idea is not doing me any good at all. I wanted so badly to, you know, to find success, and I wanted to show everyone that, hey guys, I know it seems like I'm a complete and utter failure, but look what I did. Aren't you guys so impressed with me and realize you were wrong about me? I'm not saying that that is impossible, but what I am saying is that, and if you want to do content yourself, like the one thing that I would tell you is just don't expect too much. The thing about YouTube is some people, you know, get lucky. Sometimes the algorithm will favor you for no reason at all. I've also come to realize that just because a video of mine doesn't, like, there are videos far worse than mine that are just like slot, basically, that get more than me. You know, it's not fair. It's never going to be fair. That's another thing that you need to remember if you want to get into content creation. It's just the number of views doesn't automatically determine its worth, or determine your worth, or determine the quality. I'm never going to fully just let it go, but you need to be able to be in reality and accept that you may be obscure forever. We have to be okay with it. Like, it has to be okay. You know, if you're constantly feeling a sense of you're not achieving anything and what you're doing isn't good enough, and you're constantly like, you know, putting so much effort, you know, if you're putting so much effort into something and then feeling like it's not good enough, feeling like you're not getting anything out of it, you know, that's the most draining thing in the world. If you want to do YouTube, it should be about the people in your circle who support you, no matter how many people there are, because you have to, you know, but you have to remember that there are people behind the numbers. You know, to me, right now, I'm just sitting here talking to myself. There's someone listening to me say this right now. If I'm going to do this for any reason, it's going to be to have a sense of, you know, community. And I know for a fact that there are people, even if there's not very many, right? They do care. Even if I'll never really know how much. I'm still gonna be disappointed if a video, you know, doesn't do as well as I want it to. If you ever want to get into YouTube, if you ever want to do videos as like a hobby or whatever, if you aren't already one, you could be, you know. I'm rooting for you, by the way. If you leave a comment, I'll check out your channel and maybe watch some of your videos, because and the camera just went out. Okay, so Happy New Year. And here's to 2026 not being as horrid as the years prior. I'm really going to try to look towards the future with positive. This sounds so corny. Stop talking.